Hey y'all, Coach Hyde here. Today we're going to be talking about the dilution formula. So hopefully by this point you got a good understanding of this. So should be a nice little review. So this is our dilution formula, C1V1 equals C2V2. We want to use this formula when we have a stock solution that is not what we need to work with in the lab. So say this here is 95% ethyl alcohol. Don't know if you can see that or not. But say we need, in our lab, we need 30% to do whatever it is that we're doing. So I don't have any 30%, but I do have this. So this is our stock solution. It's usually going to be a higher concentration that we would need to dilute to get the working solution that we need in the lab. At least that's the way I do it, because it's cheaper just to buy something strong and dilute it yourself. It lasts a lot longer. So let's say, how do we figure out how we're gonna make this solution? We use this formula here. So this kind of side over here, our C1V1, that is our starting solution. The way I like to think about it, this is where we're gonna start, and this is where we're gonna end over here. So, for example, if we kind of start off with our situation like this, I am starting with 95% ethyl alcohol. This is my stock solution, right? And I have pretty much like a limitless supply of this. Let's say I have a ton of it, right? So I need to figure out how much of this do I need to use and dilute it. So I'm gonna kind of skip this part right here and we'll move over. So this is, C2 is our desired solution. So again, it's our stock solution, and our desired solution is we want X%. So we want 30% solution. This is the concentration, the strength concentration we want, and the solution we are trying to make. And then this final piece, V2, is our desired volume. So how much of it do we need? Let's say that I need 500 milliliters. So this is what I want to end up with, and this is what I have to start. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out how much of this starting solution do I need to start with, and then I would come back and I would dilute it with water to get to our final 500. So this is our 500 mils total. So what this formula does, it tells us here, right, how much of my starting stock solution, how much solution I pour into my container, and then I'm going to dilute it with water up to my final volume. So that's how we use this to make a solution. So we're going to solve for V1. So this is our X. We try to get X by itself. So we need to move our 95%. We'll do the opposite action of what is already there. So this is 95% multiplied by V1. So between these two is multiplication. So the opposite of that is division. So we're going to divide this side by 95%, which would cancel this to 1. And then whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we must do to the other as well. So I'm going to divide this side by 95% as well. So what happens here is our units cancel. So percent to percent cancel. So our unit is milliliter. That's good because we're trying to figure out how much of my stock solution do we put in. So we'll do the top part first. So 30 times 50, it'll be like 1,500, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, 15,000, sorry. And then divide by the bottom, 95%. And that's our answer. So what this tells us is to make 500 milliliters of a 30% alcohol solution with this, I would start with 157.89 milliliters, and then I would dilute that to my desired concentration, which would be 500. All right, hope that kind of helps you with the dilution formula. See y'all next time.